The morning was cold, the sky smudged with gray. A man sat huddled on a cardboard mat just outside the revolving doors of Stanton Tech, the towering glass building that housed one of the city's top software firms. He looked like any other homeless man, unkempt gray beard, oversized coat, dirt-streaked skin, and a sign that read in trembling black ink. Just need kindness. Anything helps. But what no one knew, that man was none other than Gregory Stanton, the elusive CEO and founder of the company.
Gregory Stanton was a billionaire in his 50s, graying at the temples, sharp-minded, and reserved. After an early retirement from the public eye, he'd left daily operations to his executive team. But recently, he'd heard rumors, employees mistreating delivery workers, ignoring janitorial staff, even looking down on applicants who didn't dress well. His father, a janitor himself, once told him, "You judge a company not by how they treat the CEO, but by how they treat the invisible people." So Gregory hatched a plan. He called his old friend Marcus, a skilled Hollywood makeup artist, and within hours, Gregory Stanton disappeared, and a frail, nameless beggar appeared. Day 1, 7:15 a.m. The first employee, Michelle, the PR manager in heels and a red trench coat, glanced at the man and immediately looked away, pulling out her phone. "Ugh, they're everywhere these days," she muttered. 7:45 a.m. Next came Tom, a mid-level project manager, eating a croissant. "Don't block the door, buddy," he said curtly and stepped over the cardboard. Gregory didn't flinch. He kept his head bowed, watching silently. 9 a.m. Jasmine, a young intern, rushed in, Starbucks in hand. She almost stopped, but hesitated. "I would, but I'm late," she whispered to herself and vanished through the glass doors. Day 2, 8 a.m. Luis, the janitor, passed by with his cleaning cart. He paused. "You hungry, friend?" Gregory nodded silently. Luis walked back to the staff kitchen, made a simple sandwich, and handed it over with a warm smile. "Can't do much else. But I see you." 9:30 a.m. An elderly woman named Martha, from accounts payable, walked up. She placed a banana and a $5 bill next to him. "Don't give up on people. Some of us still care." Tears almost welled up in Gregory's eyes. Day 3. It was raining. The beggar sat drenched, shivering. Jason, the flashy VP of marketing, walked past with his umbrella and assistant. "Why doesn't security move these people? It's bad for the brand." Gregory noted it. But then came Amara, a receptionist. She stopped, pulled off her scarf, and draped it over his shoulders. "Don't freeze out here. Please, take this. I'll tell security to let you be." She didn't recognize him. She just saw a human being. Later that day, an emergency staff-wide meeting was called. Confused employees filled the conference hall. The executive team stood nervously, having been given no prior notice. The back door opened. A man walked in, shaven, suited, and clean. Gasps echoed. It was Gregory Stanton. He walked to the podium and pulled out the cardboard sign. 3 days ago, I sat outside this very building. I wanted to see who we've become. Not as a company. As people. Silence. Some of you walked past me like I was trash. Others wished I'd disappear. A few of you, the kind few, reminded me why I started this company, to build something human, not just profitable. He looked straight at Jason.
"Those who mocked or ignored. I saw you. And I remember." Then he turned to Luis, Martha, and Amara. "And those who offered food, warmth, and kindness, you reminded me of my father. You reminded me what matters." As the meeting ended and the room slowly emptied, a hushed group of employees gathered near the break room, their faces pale with guilt. "I can't believe that was Mr. Stanton," Michelle whispered, her voice trembling. I just walked past him like he was invisible. Tom shook his head, looking down at his shoes. I told him not to block the door. I didn't even look at his face. Jasmine chimed in softly, I wanted to help, but I didn't want to be late. Now I feel like that excuse makes me look heartless. They all fell silent for a moment, the weight of their actions heavy in the air. He was testing us, one of them finally said. And we failed. Gregory announced promotions for Amara and Luis, who were now part of the company's new Employee Kindness and Culture Committee. Severance for a few executives who no longer matched the company's values. And a new policy, every employee must volunteer at least 8 hours a month to help the underprivileged, with full pay. The measure of greatness, he said, isn't in your salary or title, it's in your heart. That night, Gregory stepped outside once more. The steps were empty now. He looked up at the glowing letters of Stanton Tech, pulled his scarf tighter, and smiled. He had found what he was looking for. Sometimes, the people we overlook are the ones watching us the closest. This story reminds us that kindness costs nothing, but reveals everything. You never know who's behind the face you pass on the street. If this story moved you, like, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories that challenge the way we see the world. And tell us in the comments, how would you have responded if that beggar was sitting outside your workplace? Let's start a conversation about empathy, dignity, and everyday humanity.